Hi all, this is Simona Rich, and in this video we will analyze the natal chart of Princess of Wales, Diana. Her ascendant, as we can see, is in Sagittarius, and the ruler of Sagittarius, Jupiter, is in her second house, as well as the moon, which makes it very important for her to be financially secure. She bases her emotional security on financial security, and her actions will be largely driven towards financial security. So what she does will mainly reflect her need to be financially secure. We can see also that there is a conjunction between Saturn and Jupiter, Saturn and Jupiter. Both of them are retrograde. Let's see what other planets are retrograde. Mercury, so she's a little bit late starter, but her personality is mature, and although life indeed can be hard, through hard work, she can definitely achieve success. And this placement of Saturn in Capricorn shows that her father may have been a very important figure. Moon being in the sign of Aquarius shows that, as well as Jupiter, that she's focused on humanity in general, that she's a philanthropist. She loves humanity, and she wants to help humanity in some way. And also concerning the finances, since there is a square to Neptune, it shows that she would spend on spirituality, but she may not get quite accurate spiritual guidance, unfortunately. She may not have lack in such matters, though spirituality and probably astrology, New Age beliefs will matter her a lot, so she will spend money on spirituality. And also this square to Neptune shows that she is sensitive about her public image and finances. Neptune in the 10th can give something unusual about one's occupation, some lack of clarity, for example, or it could indicate some kind of spiritual career or something even deceptive about one's career. It can indeed indicate an unusual occupation. She also has a moon square Neptune aspect. This shows that she tends to get involved in complicated emotional relationships, and there's also a danger of trying to escape from hard life through mind-altering substances, or at least fantasy world, or, since Neptune is located in the sign of Scorpio, through involvement in sexual relationships. This particular aspect can also indicate some kind of problem with the parent, like them being difficult to deal with. And in general, this placement of Neptune is not good, because it can produce attraction to undesirable kind of people, like men for her. So it would be men who are either addicts, some sort of addicts, especially alcoholics. This is also the aspect of the placement of alcoholism. Neptune being in the sign of Scorpio, big danger of that. Or she may be attracted to people who are just evil or immoral, or have some kind of fetish, or just weird people. And also she has a square between Venus and Uranus, which further adds to this, because this is also an indication of unusual sexual attraction to weird people. Her nadir is in Aries, and the ruler of Aries, Mars, is located in the 8th house, and it's afflicted. So this would guarantee, if indeed this is her correct birth time, this would guarantee abuse in childhood. And since Mars is conjunct Pluto, it's going to be a severe abuse, severe trauma. And since it's in Virgo, it could be trauma done on a daily basis, and since it's in the 8th house, it could be sexual trauma. And furthermore, this is confirmed by the square to Venus, and also the opposition to the moon. Emotional and sexual trauma very likely to have taken place in her life, and maybe even on a daily basis. So maybe living in childhood, her life may have been living hell. And also Uranus is afflicted in Leo, so that's the same placement as of the one of Tom Hanks that I recently also read his chart. So this would show that there is some kind of, her children could be very unusual, that she deals with children in an unusual way, that there was something unusual in her childhood, the way that she was dealt with, since it's connected with her family. And also, since it's the house of death, it shows that her death could be unusual if we find an afflicted Mars in the 8th. It can mean a sudden or a violent death, which makes it even more so by the conjunction of Pluto. And it could be something about technology or cars also. So also something, let's see, where is the cusp of the 8th? It could be that, I think it's exactly on the 0 degrees, but I'm not sure, on the 0 degrees of Leo. If that's the case, then it means that death could be publicized, made well known, the way that she died, and that's of course what happened. And we can see that her sun is in the sign of Cancer, and it's in the 7th. This is not a good placement for the sun, because it's the house that is ruled by Libra, and sun is in its fall in Libra. There is no opposition to her ascendant, which is very good, so that doesn't make her her own enemy yet. The focus is going to be a lot on the family and on the partners, so not so much about on her own, self-improvement and so forth, but it's on others. So that's not a fortunate placement. However, her Mercury has really positive aspects. We can see trines and sextiles. It's in the sign again of Cancer, which makes this a passive placement, making her susceptible to ideas. She can be talked into things. It's a passive kind of sign, but it's a sign that has good memory, so she would have accurate memory, and probably she would be interested in history, in family history, and she probably would have pictures of her family members, of especially the pictures of her earlier generations, like very old photos. Mercury being in the sign of Cancer is also the placement that shows that she may have she may be spiritually very sensitive. So the more, since she has trine of Mercury to Neptune, so she's going to be, either she may have some kind of developed psychic abilities, or she may be just very spiritually sensitive. And actually she could be a hoarder also, because she has strong Saturn. Finances are very important. We can see Venus in the luxury sign of Taurus, and two planets, personal planets in Cancer. So this could actually make her very possessive and treating people as possessions. If she really likes people, she will get quickly attached. And thankfully the two personal planets of Jupiter and Moon are in the sign of Aquarius, which is less attached. Yet still the Moon is in the second, so that would give, and because her Sun is in Cancer, that would give her a lot of attachment. She would be very attached to people that she likes, and also because her Mars is in the 8th, she would be very goal-oriented, and she would go after her goals no matter what, and she will achieve what she wants. So her energy is especially directed at love affairs and finances, so she will achieve financial goals and love goals, because that's where her focus is, so she will go for them. And since her 5th house is in Taurus and Venus is located there, it makes, and since Venus is afflicted, it's very usual that an afflicted Venus in the 5th house indicates a person who would cheat. So they may have several relationships at the same time. Flirting is very important for them, and they will have many love affairs. And since it's also squaring the Moon, that is more likely so. So the trine to Saturn is not strong enough because there are 3 negative aspects. So trine to Saturn would mean loyalty, but we have to look at all the aspects and then weigh what's most important. And here, love affairs win, and also Venus being in the sign of Taurus, it means that she would be attracted to people who are well off. She is attracted to luxury. She wants to have the best things in life, and actually she's a big spendthrift. She spends on big goals, on spirituality, on astrology, and she can easily overspend, and she would be afraid of being poor, so finances are so important to her. And she would also spend on things that are to do with romance, on luxury items, on things of personal beauty, also on health. Pluto is located in Virgo, so she may be obsessed about something like maybe daily exercise or some kind of health habits or healthy eating. So her focus is on luxury. She wants to have a very good quality of life, and because of this placement, she is attracted to men who are wealthy and good looking, because in this sign, when Venus is located in Taurus, these kind of people select partners who look good. But unfortunately it's afflicted, so we can see there is a square to Moon, so this would, for example, give her pain in love. The love affairs won't be successful, and we can see, as I discussed, the square to Uranus, which makes her selections of love unusual, and square to Mars, which makes her very passionate. So I think I discussed all the important things about her. I guess I should also mention that the self-expression house is in the sign of Neptune, and the ruler of Pisces, and the ruler of Pisces is in the 10th. So she will be she would be attuned to the energies of the people that she deals with. She will know how to speak to different kinds of people, and she will be able to project herself, her image, according to the circumstances. So that's how she is actually seen by the world, as some kind of icon, not even as a person. She was able to project what the people wanted to see. She became like an ideal. So I think that's all that I would like to mention in this video. I hope it was helpful, and if you know astrology and you have something more to add to, then please do so in the comments below. And I guess I should also just quickly say that since her ruler of ascendant, since her ascendant is Sagittarius, she wanted through finances to achieve freedom, but unfortunately this did not come true. Her being married into the royal family, like, there would be no freedom in that. So that was probably hell for her, because freedom for Sagittarius ascendants is extremely important. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Take care.